We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, wk4 to get us started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. Going to return this from the 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That is into the hands of McMillan.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff, running right. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. It's a pickup of 12. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive.
He is in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
"7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Ready.
2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have...
This is intercepted.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons.
Well, you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Ready up. Set.
He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Ready. Let's go now. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, go!
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. All even on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Let's go.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Tyke Smith there on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Chris Braswell there on the stop. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Mooney in motion. Here's Robinson. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now, faking the give. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Pitts is the man in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And here's Bijan. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll try to run forward, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This one taken at the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
His drive will start on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. 3rd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. Pitts is the man in motion. Go. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short throw taken by Pitts.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. You take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd down, 3 to go. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Go.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Ryan. Come on, set.
Here comes Otten in motion. Up the middle they go. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And this will be a Bucks 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Now he'll run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He'll air one out for Palmer. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That is fielded at the 13. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Pitts is the man in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. to throw. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of action. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They run over center with Robinson. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Mooney in motion. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
A give, and here comes Robinson. Open space inside the 10. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Slot receiver headed right. And he'll only be able to get to the 7-yard line. So good work by the defense. It sets up 4th down. So here comes wk4 in a pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Give him 16 there, and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking middle here, and he's got McMillan. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Track at 60.
He'll look to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. They get the conversion with a gain of 22.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. That one is caught by Mooney. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.